Today we're trying scratch off coloring books by Lago. And spoilers, they are awesome, so stick around. Lago, the creator of these scratch off coloring books, was kind enough to send me a few of their books to try out. And in all honesty, I'd never heard of these before, but quickly became interested in the concept of coloring books where you actually take away a layer to get color instead of adding it. And so I quickly checked out their website, which is lagoscratch.com. And the whole idea here is that each page is black and gray and you scratch off all the gray areas. But the thing about these is that the black areas are scratchable too. So you do kind of have to be precise and with your scratching. So you can't just do them kind of all over quickly like you do the lottery tickets. And from their website, they have lots and lots of books and pages to choose from. These night view ones are super cool. It looks like the layer beneath is gold, which is really gorgeous and very rich looking. Ooh, there's even books especially for kids. These are adorable. Look how colorful these are. Imagine how these would look framed up and in a kid's room after they completed them. Oh my goodness, they even have blank paper for you or your little ones to go hog wild on. How cute is that? Yeah, these are awesome. This first book is called Night View Fireworks, and it's a flip book. It has a bunch of pages that are, again, just a simple black and gray, but underneath is super, super colorful. And each is a actual night scene of a famous city like Sydney, Paris, etc. So that's that one. So let's look at this little one here. This is an Alice in Wonderland white rabbit card. It is adorable. And it's actually a real postcard that comes with an actual envelope. And you can finish this thing, address it off, send it to a loved one. This is super cool. And actually, this, I think, is the one that we're going to demonstrate with today. So hang on tight. We will come back to this one. And finally, let's look at this ginormous one. This one is called Night View Paris, and I think that this one is actually gold underneath, like the website shows. It's an awesome night scene of the Eiffel Tower and the surrounding areas of Paris. Lots of little tedious dots in there. Wow, this one is going to be a lot of fun. So again, for purposes of demonstration, let's bring out this little white rabbit card again, as there's probably less chance that I'll ruin this one just because it's so small. And real quick, I'll show you the two different pens here. This white one that most of these come with is flat, and it has two ends, one with a sharp point and one with a kind of a slanted tip. So not quite sure what the difference is here yet, but we'll play with these later and just kind of see what they do. But let's use our fancy black pen though, just because it's fancy. And some of these areas are super, super tiny, but I'll do my best. And right off the bat, I have to say it's really easy to scratch this layer off. I thought it would be a little bit more difficult than it is, but it's really smooth, really easy to control the pen, really very satisfying. Let's try this white tool too, just to see how it works. All right, this works great too, actually, but I do kind of just prefer the black one just because it's more pen-like. It fits more comfortably in your hand. It's more comfortable to hold than the flat white one, which is just kind of not very pen-like. But it works just as well. this color that's coming through is so vivid. So I imagine that there's like an underlayer that's just a whole bunch of crazy colors, and then this black and gray layer is printed over top of it so that when you scratch off that top layer, the colorful underlay shows through. It does create a bit of that kind of shrapnel dust from that top layer though, just like a scratch lottery ticket does, but it's really easy just to brush aside. Now this little dense foliage area seems really tedious, but it's actually coming out pretty well. I'm either really good at this, which is not the case, or these are super forgiving with your lack of precision skills. Ooh, these scratchy areas of shading are actually really fun to do. These letters are kind of hard, but I'll go back in and I'll clean it up later. So, the easiest, cleanest way that I found to do this is to trace the outline of the object that you're working on first so that you have some boundaries to work within. Then, after that's sort of all kind of parametered out, you can scratch within those boundaries and you can use slants, you can use circular patterning, whatever you want, but it's really, really easy to scratch within there kind of once you have those boundaries in. And it's also really helpful to turn the card around, whichever way is the most comfortable for you to pull a nice straight line. And by the way, folks, I am back to posting on my channel after kind of a little 2-week hiatus. Thank you so much for being patient and sticking with me while I was gone. My daughter started school last week, so we took one little kind of final getaway vacation to Tampa to see some family, which was just wonderful. And now I'm back at it, and you should see some pretty regular uploads from me to the channel from now on. And again, I just love how the layer beneath changes colors on here. It's so fun seeing what a certain color will be. And this is the first area of blue that I've seen, and it's super pretty. I really do kind of like the look of these scratchy areas, no pun intended. They don't look incomplete, they look entirely intentional and very artistic.
You better be there when I shake. Watch me rocking if I can't stop. If I should fall, just go ahead. Go and catch me, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my choo-choo-la. Ooh, I love it. Crank it up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Turn it up on a higher level. Turn it up, we got this. You better grab that tambourine. Bring the bass, we might be wicked. We may be forced to cause a scene. Make some trouble, baby. Ooh, I live it. That's my choo-choo-la. Ooh, I love it. Crank it up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Turn it up on a higher level.
Let's go back up here real quick and just clean up the job I did on these letters. You do have to take your time on this. It isn't a quick project by any means, and I know it's kind of difficult to tell that because I'm speeding this up a little bit, but it's definitely something that you put some time into. If you're very, very precise, it really, really comes out nicely. I have to say, this is so strangely satisfying. I'm kind of in love with it. These would make an awesome gift for someone, maybe a colorist in your life who's, got a little bit of time on their hands. Maybe they're having a treatment done, they're in the hospital, something like that, and they can't quite bring all of their coloring supplies with them. These are so fun.
I shut my eyes, trying not to speak, pretend that I'm dreaming. I smell your breath, not listening, but I still hear you screaming. Going under. One step away till you hear what I'm saying. Sounds like thunder. And the clouds are closing in. You see, I know this, but the last days in real life I've noticed. Losing focus, breaking up from our life as we know it. If someone had told me that I will take off and find something greener, greener than gold.
Here's our completed white rabbit. I love him. I'll definitely be completing this postcard and sending it to my cousin just for fun. And I'll be sure to do more of these, maybe the bigger ones, on my channel coming up here, now that I know that they are so cool. And remember, if you're interested in purchasing these, you can go to www.lagoscratch.com. That is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button or that bell alert button to get notified of new content. And if you're interested in seeing more from me, check out my channel for lots more coloring tutorials. Thanks guys, I will see you next time.